time. 24 laps here in Czechia. In the Czech Republic. Watch the lights. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Schweizer gets a magical of a start with the DRS down into turn 1, all the way through turn 1. Gonna abuse track limits, get down through turn 1. He's gonna come out on top, out of Sot. Sot, unfortunately, is gonna lose that advantage that he had at the start. But Thax and Dungeon, the two Alpines right, hounding that Williams all over, and is right on the Williams. Nura, unfortunately, didn't get quite the start he wanted. And Weissai now is going to lead us away down this back straight and into this first section. He's going to get through the chicane nice and easy, and it's going to be, is that Dungeon? That is Dungeon. Dungeon's going to fall back, and he's going to go behind Matt. So he has a lot of work to do. Our championship leader currently, the only championship contender towards Weissai right now, is down in 6th place, who is trying to pass Matt here. Matt's going to make a mistake right there, but he's going to hold his ground for now as he clips the wall. And it's going to be Dungeon through on Steve and Matt. So Sot is now back in the lead. We missed that fight, but now Weissai is going to try to come back, looking to the outside. It seems like Sot might have the line here, but now through the next few corners, the lag is so bad I can't even commentate anymore. Through this up the DRS back straight, it's going to be Sot who leads us away to Weissai, to Thax, to Nura, to Dungeon. Dungeon now trying to defend against Steve, who is a hard target to pass. To a pit stop, so Ferrari opting early for Allen. Not saying they've done this strategy before, but hey. Anyways, back to the front. Thax is on the rear of Sot. Now has the DRS on this lap, and we will see if he gets any closer, as he is catching up. That DRS did help him a lot. Now into these next few corners, you can see that in the background, Nura and Weissai. That battle is not quite over yet either. And as you can see, Sot has lost a lot of time somewhere as we go down into these final couple of corners. It's Thax who will try and overtake down the inside. Now in through this final chicane, Thax has gone through past Sot and now into the lead momentarily as we go through turn 1. It's going to be a fight between these two, Alpine versus Williams. Words I thought I'd never say for the win. Through as Weissai has dropped down back, but we're going to look back to the front. This fight is impossible to not see for the greatest sight we have ever seen. Now onto the DRS straight. Sot right behind, gonna have the DRS. Maybe they were too close in the detection because no one got the DRS there. And now through the next few corners, Thax gonna try to go through past Sot here. They're side by side, just oozing out every inch and every meter. Thax trying to go ahead, maybe not quite, as Sot is right there behind him. But in this section, Thax gains a lot here, and now through these final couple of corners, you can see Sot who overtakes him down the inside, and Sot will gladly take the lead. What an amazing fight from these two. There's no break between these two as we go through turn 1. It's gonna be Sot who leads us away, as Thax maybe has a better line through turn 2. Gonna be right on the rear of Sot. Maybe, can't quite tell. Steve putting on one of the best races I've ever seen from him. And now down the straight, he's gonna maybe look to the inside. Steve having an absolute race of his life, should I say. As now going through the next few corners, Nura is going to set a 108.1 there, but you can see Steve is going to fight Thax for that second place. Now right behind him, now going to try to go past him. Now through turn 6 and into turn 7, maybe it's going to be quite tight down the straight. Who's going to get the DRS? No one gets the DRS as we go down the straight, but Thax is going to hold on for that moment as Nura is going to get a DRS from Burmaster. It's going to be quite the sight for Steve and Thax here. You can see they're still both fighting as Steve is catching back up in that last sector, the last section of this track. You can see he gained so much more. But now Thax might have him cleared for now. Might have a little bit more breathing room as he dives into the pits. Thax, first of the top three to pits. As no, Sot also went in, and he's gone on to the soft compounded tire. Thax is going to go onto the soft compounded tire, and Steve is going to lead us away. Front Steve going to try and hold his ground, but the mechanical grip from the softs of Nura is just going to have him past Steve, as Nura is going to be ahead of Sot, and now Nura is your race leader. What a man who had so many misfortunes this season might have a challenge for the win here once more. As now going through these next two corners, Nura is going to have to hold on to this first place. But as you can see, Sot is right there, Thax is right there. And these top three are going to have a three-way battle until the end, I assume. As Steve comes out in fourth, Ysai is... something has happened. Is that... That is good to know, as now Nura is going to be behind Thax in this race. Sot is going to lead us away as we go into through the next couple of corners. We've seen this picture before. Sot and Thax, a couple of laps ago, they had a humongous fight between the two as Nura's dropped back. I'd assume that is a penalty for him. It's another misfortune, another heartbreak for him. Into turn 7 and onto the back straight with the DRS. Who's going to have it? No, it's going to be Thax who actually leads us away. And Sot was momentarily ahead, but you can see that Sot right on the rear of Thax there. But as we go through these next couple of corners, it's going to be Thax maybe who leads us away. You can see there the DRS just helping Sot trying to catch back up, and sometimes DRS is better than the new MOM system that was dedicated for F1 this season. But anyways, we're going to look for Project 1 racing here. And now into these next couple of corners, you can see Sot trying to fight for this first place. But no, they both dive into the pits. Not even boxed opposite, it's just, we're just going to go do what the other one does. And now Sot might have the better pit stop time or not. Maybe, no, I can't tell. As Steve is going to come out ahead of these two hounding wolves, as Nura is going to pass Matt for 5th place and net P3 at this current moment. A good showing for him, but unfortunately he could have fought for the win. It would have been clear of head above the rest if he didn't have penalties. Ysai there. As Ysai is just not having a great showing today, especially our championship leader in Dungeon Fanatics. He's having a horrid showing for his standards, as he's now down to 8th behind Burmaster. As Burmaster has intentional corner cutting investigations, and so he might have a penalty on his hands later after the race. So we don't know what the current ending of the race will be, but hopefully in these next few laps it does get decided and I can finally calm down for a second. In a McLaren, when I remember him in a Aston Martin, it was like he have any other team before that. Okay. Oh well. Oh well. Hopefully Salt doesn't ruin the occasion, but I kind of do hope it does come down to a final lap battle down the final straight. And anyways, back to the fight. As we speak of it, speak of the devil, Salt is right on the rear once again. And so this could be the decider between these two, as they are right between each other. Salt right on the rear here, maybe even looking for a move. But if Thax can defend it for an extra 1 and 1.05 of a lap left to go, if he can defend that much, then he will be a race winner today, and it will be his first ever race win for PO23, as the AlphaTauri is getting called for blue flags. And as you can see down through turn 1, Thax is going to still lead us away into the final lap. As Thax, it might be a straight masterclass from him. Started from the front row. Started from the second row on the grid. And it looks like a Max Verstappen win here in 2016. And now as we go down in through the next few corners, it looks like a fairy tale story ending. No, it might not be. As Sart is going to go past Thax here. Is it going to be heartbreak for Thax here? As Sart is going to go right into the lead. Thax, his win is escaping from him. And it's going to be maybe not even one hand anymore on the race win as we go through the next couple of final corners. Thax is going to try everything, but Sart, he's going to come round the funnel chicane, and he's going to come home to win here in Czechia as Thax hits the wall, but he's going to come home in second as Steve comes home in a third place finish. A great showing for Aston Martin. Jura is going to finish in fourth. Unfortunate for him to get those penalties, as Weissler is going to finish in fifth. No, maybe a day to forget for Weissler. Matt and Dungeon and Allen gonna beat him at the line. Allen, he was in 9th, but he's gonna finish in 7th today, as he's broken the curse of starting in 9th and finishing in 9th and staying in 9th. And anyways, Allen's gonna beat Dungeon here, and it's a day for Dungeon to forget.